How's it going, folks? I'm Cody Campbell with High Ground Gaming, and today we are unboxing and reviewing the Rode NTH-100 headphones. I'm going to start by walking you through the specs on these guys, then we're going to open them up, let you take a look at them. From there, we'll go to the review portion where I'll talk about my thoughts on the product, and then we'll go to High Ground Gaming's final score. Stick around. So, because we're a gaming channel, I want to start out by saying this is not a gaming headset. These are headphones, not a headset. There's no microphone included. But there is a reason why we decided to cover them. These are actually targeted towards content creation, which a lot of gamers like to do these days. So, if you have a Twitch and you also like to edit videos for YouTube and other things like that, this might be something that you're interested in. They have a 40mm transducer, a 3 to 35 Hz frequency response, and a 32 ohm impedance. They come with dual TRRS cable attachments, Alcantara-lined ear cups that use memory foam and Cooltech gel for padding. It also has a metal headband with a FitLock headband locking system. That's about it for the specs though. Let's open it up. All right, so we've got a carrying sleeve in here. Nice little drawstring bag. Let's set that aside and see what else is in here real quick. So this is the cable. Online it said it's 2.4 meters, so I'm just gonna have to trust them on that. We've got a 3.5mm to 1/4" cable adapter, and then we've got some of these color-coded rings that Rode likes to use. These are specifically for things like podcasts where you have a lot of different cables all plugged in and you want to be able to color code who has which one, so that way you can tell both from the headset end and from the cable plug-in end, you know, which lead is going where. And it looks like that's all that's in the box, so let's take a look at the headset itself. Okay, these are looking pretty nice. I've never really handled Alcantara before, but it's got a sort of velvety texture to it. It's very soft, feels like it's going to be really comfortable in my head. So this is the locking system on the side here. As you can see, it won't move until you rotate it. Then you can slide it up and down, adjust it, and then you lock it back in place and it will not move again. So that's pretty nice because that way you can just see it sort of fitted to your head, lock it in place, and you don't really have to worry about it anymore. I have kind of a bigger head, so I'm probably gonna need a bit more space. I'll need to adjust that a little bit. I made it a little too big, which is good because that means that people with bigger heads will be able to fit comfortably. It's very light, surprisingly light. As you can see, here's the two different TRRS ports, so you can plug into either side, whichever is more comfortable for you. And I do like the minimalist design that they've gone for here. Not a lot of color, not a lot of flashing lights or anything like that. Just sleek, lightweight, all black. I approve. So off the bat, I'm impressed. They look good, they feel very high quality, but we'll have to plug them in and test them out, see what they sound like. We'll be right back with the review portion. Don't go anywhere. So now I've spent some time with the Rode NTH-100s and I'm ready to talk about them, but first, hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. All right, I'm gonna dive in and I'm gonna start by talking about what I always do, the build quality. First of all, these are very lightweight and very, very sturdy. The fact that the headband is made of a solid piece of steel makes this very structurally strong in spite of the fact that it's very, very light. It also has just enough flex that when you put it on, it can grip the sides of your head without squeezing, really. The ear cups are also very soft and very comfortable. They're not scratchy at all, but they also stay cool. And what's really important about that, and the reason why comfort is so important on content creation headphones in particular, is that while you might sit and listen to music for an hour, a couple hours, you might even game for 3-4 hour sessions, admittedly sometimes longer, content creation takes a very, very long time. Even these YouTube videos that I make can sometimes take upwards of 10 hours to edit. That's a long time to be wearing a set of headphones. That's why having ones that are comfortable and aren't going to give you any sort of fatigue are really, really important. But now let's talk about the other aspect of these, which is the audio quality. As I mentioned before, when it comes to content creation headphones, clarity is key. You want virtually perfect sound accuracy so that when you're editing, you know exactly what it's going to sound like to people listening to it later. And these are pretty good in that respect. They're obviously much better than any gaming headset I've ever used, and honestly, most headphones that are more targeted just towards people buying them to listen to music. But when it comes to audiophile grade headphones and getting that perfect clarity, they do fall a little bit short of the mark. And the reason they do is because they're a little bit on the bass forward side. Now, what I mean by that is basically the bass is just a little too strong on these, and it sort of drowns out the upper mid end of the audio spectrum. That's fine for general listening. In fact, I prefer that. It sounds better to me. But for editing, when you want that perfect clarity, it could pose some problems. It's not really an issue for voice work if you're doing Twitch streams, if you're editing YouTube videos of, speaking, if you've got podcasts or something like that, it should be fine. It's more music when there's a lot of low end in the music. It's going to sort of drown out other tones that you might want to be able to listen for. The other issue is that while the ear cups are very, very comfortable, they do very little to dampen external sound. You're going to hear a lot of what's going on outside of the headset while you're wearing it. Other than that, there's really not a whole lot more to say though. So let's get down to the verdict. The Rode NTH-100s MSRP at $149. That's a pretty reasonable price. It's not the cheapest on the market. When you're looking for other hyper-accurate headphones, the Beyerdynamic DT990 Pros are pretty good, and they're in a similar price bracket. Then there's also the AGK Pro Audio K371s. Those are both around the same price, maybe even a little bit cheaper, and they also can boast slightly marginally better audio accuracy than the Rode NTH-100s. So why would you buy these? In a word, comfort. These are extremely lightweight, extremely comfortable, easy to wear for long sessions, which, as I mentioned before, is very, very important to content creation. They're also very sleek and look good design-wise. I don't know if that's something that's super important to you, but it's worth mentioning. So if you're looking for a headset that is very accurate, if not the most accurate, and is also incredibly comfortable and stylish, then I think this is a good buy. That's why we decided to give it a flat 4 out of 5. Even though it isn't the most accurate sound in class, the comfort and adjustability gives it big points. That's going to do it for us today though. Go ahead and leave a comment down below and let us know what you think. Do you think the Rode NTH-100s are onto something with this design here, or do you think sound is still 100% the only important thing and design doesn't really matter all that much? While you're at it, please hit the like and subscribe button. We've got a lot more content coming really soon, and I'd hate for you to miss any of it. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Happy gaming.